Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Community Collision today. Today's event is brought to you by the partnership between the Genesis Center and Memorial Center for Entrepreneurship, and I'm Kathy Bennett. It's really exciting for me to be here this afternoon. I wish we all had a chance to meet in person like we did last year at Verafin, but it's certainly an exciting opportunity to meet virtually and get a chance to network with some incredible startups here in our fantastic province of Newfoundland, Labrador. It's really important, I think, for all of us to not just take a chance to network with these great companies and founders and innovators, but also take a moment to acknowledge how much energy and growth there's been in the startup community in Newfoundland and Labrador. And I'm really proud to be standing on the sidelines and watching all this amazing work, and look forward to hearing stories about your experience here today when you get a chance to network with some of the great companies. Today's event was really created to bring together, as I said earlier, those great startups in our Newfoundland and Labrador community, and also to welcome those who are looking to learn more or join the community. And it's your chance to meet, learn, and build your network with aspiring and serial entrepreneurs, students, developers, investors, business folks, funders, support organizations, and everyone in between. So we want to welcome you all here today. But before we start the official event, I'd like to give you all an overview of how the next hour is going to flow. We're going to start with a short presentation on some of the local startup community wins so far in 2020, big and small. And then we're going to ask you to head into sessions. You'll get a chance to click the button on your left and select a startup to virtually visit. We're excited to introduce you to Granville Biomedical and Inspect AR. They will be waiting to talk to you about their journeys and answer all your burning questions. I want to also acknowledge Aquafort, who were supposed to be here today, but as good startups, when you get a call from your customer that they have to have a customer meeting, you always put the customer first. So we're sorry that Aquafort's not able to join us today. At approximately 1:20, we're going to encourage you to join the networking, also with a button on the left-hand side of your screen, and to join in for a few rounds of speed networking, which is always fun. And at any point, feel free to check out the expo booth for resources and opportunities available to the community. Well, now that the logistics are out of the way, I'm really excited to share with you some of the accomplishments, just some of them, that have been announced this year within our community. Now, it's very possible that we've missed a story or two because there's been so many. So feel free to add any stories in the chat on your right, and we'll be sure to give them a shout out as well. So here are some of the wins of current and former startups in Newfoundland and Labrador so far in 2020. Prosper was picked as the Propel Summer Showdown winner and awarded $50,000 in cash and prizes. Their win was in large part due to this very community voting for them. And they also won $15,000 and prizes as the runner-up of the 4th annual Mel Woodward Cup. Nucleic Biologics won first place at the 4th annual Mel Woodward Cup and was awarded over $25,000 in cash and prizes. Stormy Shore Studios are launching Regiment, a third-person shooter video game that will tell stories from the First World War, narrated by Gordon Pinsent. Polyunity stepped up to help produce 3D printed face shields for Eastern Health to increase the supply of vital PPE to frontline workers. To date, they've produced approximately 48,000 face shields. Unbound Chemicals announced that they have successfully developed a process to extract the active ingredient from expired prescription pills. They extracted the active ingredient of an antidepressant with 99.9% purity. Qt Lab was one of the 5 Atlantic Canadian startups to win $25,000 worth of investment in the Volta cohort pitching competition this spring. And Granville Biomedical, one of our featured startups today, has created COVID-19 nasal swabs that have been approved by Health Canada and are patent pending. Exciting to hear what the team is going to share today. Total IQ launched its community-based health and safety platform called Safety IQ. The free version of their online expertise management platform aims to help businesses and organizations learn from each other to improve occupational health and safety during COVID-19. Sino announced in 2020 that they have signed a service agreement with local company Blue Drop and with e-commerce giant Shopify to provide ergonomic services to their employees. Milk Movement has opened its U.S. office in Minneapolis to capitalize on the lucrative Midwestern dairy industry and was accepted into 2 U.S. accelerators, Techstars and Thrive. Oliver POS announced that they had raised $3.2 million from European angels and were also named the winner of the 2020 Jerry Pond Award as part of Propel's Insight to Accelerator cohort. Expect AR, our second featured company today, announced that they had also been acquired by Silicon Valley-based Cadence Design Systems for an undisclosed price, but they will continue to grow and operate in St. John's, independent from the Silicon Valley headquarters. Seafomatics launched their second product, Wind Lily, a wind-powered generator, as a follow-up to their product Water Lily. MISA announced a $6.2 million investment funding between Venture NL and BDC. MISA was also named a top smart thermostat in multiple lists, including NBC News, leading into the heating season. Subsea received a $262,000 grant from the provincial government to strengthen the aquaculture and ocean tech sectors, as well as diversify into new markets such as offshore wind, aquaculture, and defense. Avalon Holographics has released its first generation prototype light field display and was one of 26 Canadian startups invited to participate in Silicon Valley's 48 Hours in the Valley, hosted by C100. Kraken Robotics announced that they were awarded a $36 million contract with the Danish Ministry of Defense to supply mine hunting sonar equipment to the Royal Danish Navy. Genoa Designs International and C-SPAN Shipyards announced that they have entered into an exclusive teaming agreement to design and build the Canadian Coast Guard's future polar icebreaker. And last but not least, Verafin has been named to the 2020 Narwhal list, a Canadian unicorn, meaning a startup company valued at over $1 billion, becoming only the second Atlantic Canadian company to make that list. You know, as I think about all those companies that we're celebrating in this presentation, I've had an amazing opportunity through my board experience with Propel, my board experience with BDC, the work we're doing with Sandpiper Ventures, and a whole other group of activities to get to see some of these companies a little bit up close. And one thing for me that's really exciting about, although this is a really challenging time in our province, one thing that is really exciting is the energy that the startup community is bringing to its endeavors and to the successes and to their accomplishments. Success begets success, and the inspiration of these companies that we've showcased today and all of the other ones that have shown great success in the last couple of years that we haven't mentioned today certainly can inspire all of you who are here today to think about maybe starting your own startup and thinking about solving a problem for a customer who needs that problem solved. So we're going to now invite you to visit the featured startups, Granville Medical and Inspect AR, or both in sessions. The button is on the left of your screen, and you're encouraged to ask questions by adding them to the chat or requesting to join on the screen with your camera and microphone. That's optional. After the sessions have concluded, please join for the networking session, and you will be asked to add your camera and microphone and then randomly matched with another attendee in the room for 3 minutes before you're matched again. Feel free to stay and network as long as you would like, and don't forget to visit our expo booths. If at any time you have questions or technical issues, just place them in the chat room on the right and private message Elise Summers, and she will help you out. And with that, I want to say thank you again for joining us this afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event and join MCE and Genesis for future community collision events. And be sure to get involved. If you're a startup, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to start a company, here's a place to get inspired. If you're a volunteer or an investor who wants to mentor companies that are showcased, like the companies we showcased today, there's a place for you as well. This is a true community ecosystem, and I think we've seen some great success by the collaborations that's happening. So have fun and enjoy. Have a great day.